Wes Israelsson. I am not the son of Israel, for all of you who may ask. But outside of that, I own a company called Main Street Office Furniture and Main Street Commercial Moving. What we do is we help businesses understand what their employees need in the way of their furniture, how they sit, and it really matters. When your employees sit 2,000 hours a year, to me, it really matters. If you ask Diana, she'll tell you it freaking matters because they can't breathe. They can't breathe if they can't sit straight. So everyone in this room, please sit straight up. Posture matters. It's funny how that gets people. Anyway, and we also have a podcast where it's called Give Us It. Brian Pope, if you know him, he helped brand the name for us, which is great. But we interview business owners just like this, and we want to get to know who you are, share your story, and also, why the hell do you get up every day, right? Because business ownership is hard. Alex is here with us. She's actually filming this, so it's going to be great for us. But I'm not here to talk about any of that. And I just want to reiterate the words that these four amazing individuals put together. So you have traction, nourish, and thrive. And this is going to go right into that. So I'm going to teach something called conscious self-creation. Has anyone heard of what that means? Does anyone know what that means? One hand, two hands. To me, it means something super important. But before we get into that, I'm going to ask the question, and by a raise of hands, who has employees or children in this room? Everyone's hand generally should probably be up, right? Have you ever heard them say, I can't do that. I don't have the time. It's too hard. I can't brush my teeth. I can't clean my room, Dad. I can't keep it clean. Well, are those limiting beliefs? Are they thoughts? As Matt said, they're excuses. In my mind, they are. In this room, they would be. Because as business owners, we don't get the choice to choose, I don't have enough time to do it. We don't get the choice to go back and watch Netflix, as Kara said. Although we'd love to, right? So I'm going to just pose a question. There's a garden out there. Do you want to pull the root of the weed? Do you want to weed whack it, or do you want to spray it with killer? What would you rather do? Pull the root out, right? You'd rather pull the root out of the weed so that the grain can grow. And by that, what I mean is the weed would be your thought, the root would be your mind, the grain itself would be I am who you are, and growth would be creation. So with that, I've got some steps in here, and we're going to go through them, but I don't have enough time to go through everything. But do you mind if I tell you my story and how it came about? That'd be okay? So 2022, I paid $10,000 to go get my ass kicked. Flew across the States, showed up at a beach, and I'm with 12 other men I don't know. I have no idea who they are. As you see in the picture, you can't really see, but we're doing a high-rise plank. Hands are in the ocean, feet are on the ground. I'm 35 pounds overweight. I can't physically do this. And the coaches make us stand there, and someone has to crawl, or recrawl underneath this. As the waves crash, your hands sink 3 inches. You have to reset. I keep falling. All 12 of us keep falling. It was a hard, hard moment. Not to mention it was 1:30 in the morning. It was 60 hours and 4 days. They pick you up the next morning. They drop you off at 2 a.m. They pick you up at 4 a.m. It's 2 hours of sleep. And you didn't even sleep because you just got your butt kicked. And they make you do this hill, because Florida doesn't have mountains. I don't care what anyone tells me, but they make you do this hill, ocean to the top of this hill. They call it a mountain. And you have to army crawl. And for me, I was army crawling. My head was buried in the sand, and they won't let you pick up. You have to crawl 200 yards up and back into the ocean and back up and around the coach. 200 rotations for 12 people. It took 4 hours. But in the middle of this, I stood up and I told the coach as he screamed at me. He literally screamed. He said, "What the hell are you doing? Get back down and do it." I said, "You don't understand. You don't understand. For me, in 2001, I broke my back. I'm fused from my tailbone to my sacrum, my lumbar to my sacrum. I can't do this. My back will break. And he says, kind of like the first questions we ask, is that a limiting belief? Or do you actually know your back is going to break? I said, without a doubt, yes, I know it's going to break. Would it break? Did it break? Am I standing here today? It didn't. But in that moment, it brought me back to 2001. I was hit in a car accident, got to the hospital, my mom was crying, and I'm laying on the bed, and he's saying, there's a chance you won't walk. He's also saying, hey, you're 65% of what you'll ever be, to a 16-year-old kid. Can you imagine what that's like? For me, it was awful. Just had a hole in one. I was a 5 handicap. I was a point guard and on the basketball team, and I was pitcher on the baseball team. And everything was ripped out from under me, which is hard, especially being so young. Do you know that by the age of 4, most every person in this room and the entire society of the world has heard the word no 40,000 times? Guess how many times you've heard the word yes? 4,000. So simple math tells you you've heard no more than you've ever heard yes. Amongst that limiting belief, man, I was wrecked. I carried that for 20 years. This is my dad. 2019 cancer, F cancer, for all of you who have family. I'm sorry. My dad died. Hardest thing about my dad dying is my mom couldn't tell him goodbye. I had to do it. I watched a tear go down his eye. That might make me cry. And then I had to read his eulogy for everyone. And it was hard. I thought it was the hardest thing I ever dealt with, but it wasn't. 2 weeks later, my goddess, my wife, the thing that matters the most in this world, said, hey, this isn't working. If you don't talk to me, if you don't open up, if you don't share, I'm out. I'm going to take the girls and I'm going back to Boise. Man, that killed me. She didn't, thank God. And she is my goddess. And then COVID hits, the earthquake. How many businesses were affected by COVID? Good or positive? Yeah, we've lost 50% of our business overnight. No one went back to the office. No one's going back to the office. I didn't want to. There was an earthquake and my family's at home. I'm going to make sure they're okay, right? So I understand. And I only say all of this to get to the point of I'm back on this hill and I just told the coach, I'm positive my back's going to break. And he says, then stand up and tell everyone in this room that you give up. Call your wife right now and tell you give up. And when your girls see this, when they see this, you have to tell them you gave up. Does anyone in this room give up on your business? Raise of hands. How many people have given up on their business? It's okay. Are you still here?
Still here.
Thank God. Good job. It's hard. And my point for all of this is that day on that hill, they took us off and I did it. He says, I don't care how you do it. Roll, scoop, I don't care. You will not walk. And I did it. And the next day, as you can see in the next picture, this is me with the sandbag. And I was going to try and bring this to kind of give you guys a visual and an experience. But on this sandbag, we show up again at 3 a.m. And at 3 a.m., after sleeping 2 hours, if that, crying like a baby, wanting to call my wife and tell her I quit, on that sandbag was written my negative, self-disempowering thoughts. Everything I could think of, at least 10. On the other side, you can't see it, but there was 30. And my point for all of this is how many people in this room have a negative self-inner talk or disempowering thoughts? By a raise of hands, who does? And conscious self-creation to me, why I do it, is because this day in the sand, I had to walk 7 hours with that 120-pound sandbag, with all of those disempowering thoughts, until the coaches knew everyone in our group wouldn't stop. They knew for a fact after 7 hours, we wouldn't stop. Guess what? We were all smiling. 7 hours in the sand, up and down the most beautiful beach in the world, which I do not want to ever go to again. And I'm in the water now. They said, great, we're done. Bring your sandbag over. Don't let it touch the ground. We walk out waist high. They give everyone knives, and they take all of our disempowering beliefs, and we dump all that sand out in the water. How would that feel to do that today? To let go of those disempowering beliefs and replace them with something positive. How would it feel, Derek?
Amazing.
Right? For me, it's more than that. That day I also had to write my own eulogy. How many people here have ever done that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who did you impact? Who did you change? What did your grandchildren say about you? What did you leave for this world to make it better? It's freaking amazing when you start with the end in mind. As I had to read my dad and go through this whole experience and then write my own. And then they make you read it aloud. And then they make you give it to your spouse. Talk about couples therapy. It's crazy. And today that's why I want to explain what conscious self-creation means to me. I'm going to go back to this. Conscious self-creation to me is something called a conscious is your daily effort. Self is your internal belief. And creation would be the future you. Not the present you, not current reality you, but the future you. Who has a disempowering belief about themselves right now? Brenda?
I'm not the only one.
I freaking love Brenda, by the way. I only tell you guys this because I can tell you today, I'm 686 days straight of my entire daily focus. And what I mean by that is it takes 12 minutes and 34 seconds to verbally record it every day. And I send it to 20 people every day. And I still have negative self-talk. I still have self-doubt. But for me, the I am not good enough or I am not enough or this is good enough doesn't work. Because if it works right now for me, it doesn't work for my children. It doesn't work for the employees. It doesn't work for the people in this room because I know you guys are all working as hard as I freaking am. We're not employees. We're difference makers. We're impact people in this room. We are started a small business or work in a small business and we are running something. So to me, this is the most important thing of the 5-step progress or process for me. I think that Jessica does the most amazing job with gratitude. And all of you should know Diana. If you don't, she's amazing. Well, thank you. But here's what I would say, just to give you guys an idea, and I don't have enough time to go through all of it. I'd love to sit down with all of you, but I am the architect of my own life. I am the architect of my life, my business, and my heart. I am a true daddy with love, teaching, and understanding. I am a true husband that my goddess deserves and desires every single day. And I am a badass CEO that believes in myself every day. Because I do. I do. And it's crazy when you mold your mind to think. Does anyone know how many conscious thoughts you have versus subconscious thoughts? I think Derek might. Your conscious mind can go through 6 to 8 thoughts per second. Which sounds like a lot. Your subconscious mind does 90,000 thoughts per second. I'm going to do this because it's Kelly. Do you tell your heart to beat right now, Kelly? Are you telling your heart to beat? Or is it just beating? Matt, are you telling your lungs to open?
No, I'm slouching now that I see him.
Your subconscious mind is working at such a deep level that if you don't program it the way you want it, it's going to program you. Conscious self-creation is one step Gratitude is another. Impact hours, the actual hours of what you can do every day, and then your prayer list. All of those things matter. There's a guy in this room that's done them almost every day for I can't tell you how long. And I send mine to a couple people in this room. And what I want you guys to do is I would love for you guys to write your own. I'd love for you guys to write a grateful list. I would love for you guys to share this with someone. I believe that you have to have physical, relational, spiritual, and financial points for business and personal in your daily focus for me. I believe that. And I also believe your prayer list needs to be specific towards the circumstances and the outcomes you want, not just a normal prayer. How many people have done one thing for 100 days straight? You can tell me one thing. Don't say brush your teeth. Don't say eating. Don't say working out. What is it, Diana?
Well, I know for a fact I've been on Duolingo every day for 1,505 days.
Freaking awesome. Great job.
It doesn't matter anything about anything else. It's not making me better, but it's just something I've done every day.
Duolingo doesn't make you better?
What's that?
It doesn't make you better?
Well, not on that list. It wouldn't be included in
Okay.
the list of really important.
But it's important to you because you've done it. What was yours?
I write a gratitude journal every morning.
I know Jessica does. So what's one gratitude you write?
Well, it's different every day.
Could you say one could you share one? Would you be willing to share one?
Yes, I wrote in my gratitude journal today that I am grateful for adaptive technology that I'm walking today.
That's amazing. I think that's amazing. And how many days straight with your gratitude?
I think I'm at about 6 or 7 years.
Amazing. That's longer than I have. That's amazing. I mean, seriously, you guys should clap for that. That's amazing. So I believe that CSCs are part of that, conscious self-creation. You have to have a grateful list. You have to have impact hours, 2-3 hours a day that you have to do what you have to do. Prayer list, and then you record and share it. I believe you need to record and share it because it gives you an accountability that you don't know is there. And the last thing I'm going to say before we finish is if you write it, you see it. If you see it, your mind will read it. If you read it, then you say it. And if you say it, your mind will hear it. And something odd happens after 90 days. You start to feel it. And then you start to believe it. Once you believe, you live. I want to live mine. Do you guys want to live yours? That's really all I wanted to share outside of that. Do what you resist. All growth comes from resistance. It is simple, but it is not easy. And here's a QR code. All this does is just get your information. If you just want a little bit about this slide, I will give you the 5 steps that I use every day. I hope you use them. I'm not going to tell you to use them. But if you scan it, put your information in, Alex will send you our slide. With this, you can see what our podcast is. I would love to have all of you be a guest. Some of you have already been a guest in this room. Thank you.
Wait, did you take Diana golfing?
No, boating.
I was voting.
Like I said, Give Us It podcast is my way to, our way. Alex is back there in the back. She doesn't like to be on camera. But it's our way to share what you guys do. Because it's lonely being a business owner. It's also hard. 40 employees. I don't know how many guys you guys have, but 40 employees is hard. 2 buildings is hard. And for me, I just found a need to connect. Just like what this room, think about what this room does. It's amazing. I'm grateful for these 4 amazing individuals that invited me. Being able to see Matt and talk to Matt and then talk to Diana, and I knew Jessica, jockeying, and then getting to meet Aaron. I didn't know Aaron before this. And I've met a lot of you from there. So my whole point is I hope you guys push past what's uncomfortable and realize the next generation and the one after are up to us to change. If not, social media will change it for us. Don't let that happen. Thank you.
Cool, thanks. That was great. Hope you guys got some good content out of that, some good things to talk about. I was a little bit worried, I'll admit. I kept looking up those stairs out there and thought, it's gonna make us run up and down those. whole time. So half of you will get lunch and half of you are going to be doing stairs. And we'll